again, this is Robert Veach here. This is my video review of the Greenworks Pro 80 volt 21-inch brushless self-propelled lawnmower with a 4 amp-hour battery and a charger. I have it in my house because I just assembled it. I'm going to show you the assembly process. It's pretty easy, and this is what it looks like after it's been assembled. You have the whole unit itself and the handle and the speed adjustments in the motor control right there. Very nice unit. Let's go over some of the specifications of this. So this is a 21-inch steel deck, 80 volt motor, as I mentioned, has a brushless motor, self-propelled rear wheel drive. We're going to show all that. Push button start, 4-year tool, 2-year battery warranty from Greenworks, and you get about 45 minutes of runtime on a fully charged 4 amp-hour battery. It's a durable 21-inch steel deck. Allows you to handle large areas of grass quickly and easily because it's self-propelled. It has a brushless motor, as I mentioned. It's more torque, and these motors last forever. It has innovative smart cut technology, automatically increases the speed of the blade when more power is needed for best cut possible. Now, the first thing you want to do after you get your new lawnmower is you want to charge the battery. It's a very large battery, but it's kind of balanced the weight, and it has a really nice charger. So you want to take the battery, you want to slide it in, and there is a red indicator right there. Now it's not blinking right now because this battery is fully charged. It took me about 70 minutes to charge it from full completion, and it's got vents on here, and there's also vents on the battery. So this fan will come on whenever it's charging. Charging, it does have that display right there. When you take the battery off, you can hit that button there, and it'll give you a status of the battery, letting you know how much energy is left in it. So here I wanted to show the underside of the whole lawnmower so you can see what it looks like. It has nice rubberized looking wheels on there, and then it has a very large oversized thick rubber cover. It's going to prevent the grass from shooting towards you. There's those wheels. They got really nice tread on them. They feel rubberized really nice. There's the transmission that's going to drive the back wheels. Here is the motor hub itself. This is where the brushless motor is. You notice there's fan blades on there. Now I'm touching this blade because there's no battery in here. If you have the battery in there, you should never touch this blade for safety. But you can see it's got cogging in there because it's a very powerful brushless motor. And brushless motors I use many years. They're very reliable. They have high power. There's no brush contacts to worry about, and they just basically last forever. So the right side of the mower has the axle right there, and the height adjustment rod goes through. It allows you to adjust the height of all 4 wheels. We're going to be demonstrating that. The deck is all metal, corrosion resistant metal, and it seems very durable, just like my Honda lawnmower that this is replacing. You have to assemble this piece right here. It was zip tied in place. We're going to show that. Now if you lift up the back right here of the lawnmower, you can see it has that plug right there, and that's what you remove if you're going to be using that included bag on here. That's the back plug. So to install the side discharge door, it's really easy. There's a little handle right here you open up. Then you notice that there is a hinge line right there on the left and the right, and on the included side discharge, you can see it has the 2 sections that line up with that. So you line that up with that, and then you install it, and you drop this right down on top of it. I'll show you. So now that is put on those side hinges, and then this drops down, and it puts pressure from that spring and holds the side discharge in place for you. Now to use the rear discharge, you use the rear discharge or the side discharge. You don't use them at the same time. You lift this up, and then there's a plug in here. You remove the plug, which is going to allow the flow of the grass out into the bag. Now if you look, you can see there is a rod right here that goes through on both sides, and that's where you're going to hook the actual bag hook on. I'll show you. To hold this, you're going to put that hook on that rod, and then gravity holds it down, and then the cover goes on top of it. And that's basically it. And then this cover is putting, and then you could easily grab your clippings by holding this and removing it in reverse direction. And always remember to put that plug in if you're not using that rare grass collection bag. So before I assemble it, I just wanted to show you a side view. I'm really impressed with these wheels. You can see that's an oversized large back wheel and an average size front wheel, and that means it's going to have really smooth riding qualities. Now to assemble, there is this spring-loaded locking mechanism. You want to rotate each handle, and you'll see that it has a choice of 1 or 2 or 3 in terms of the positions right there. So I'm just going to pick the first or the middle hole I'm going to start off with and push that in just like that. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. Pick the same hole. It's important that you pick the same hole for both sides. So now this is in position, and now I should be able to raise the mechanism in place. So the next thing you want to do is remove the knobs off both sides, and you have to rotate them. They'll go past the threads, and then there's this small section of threads here. Just undo that, because then the actual top handle is going to go in place right over that, and then you're going to turn that plastic nut on there and tighten each side. And that's the way it looks. Once you've done that, put it nice and tight on both sides, and you're all set. So this is a bottom view of the handle, so you can see how it's attached. And then I want to point out that there's these little retainer pieces on each side, and that's used to hold the cable. And these open up and allow you to put the cable inside of there, and then you could lock them. There's one on each side. So they actually snap in place nicely, and it becomes a really good guide for those power control cables. Now the height adjustment I just love on this lawnmower. It's usually a pain in the neck. You have to adjust the front and the back on most lawnmowers. This just has one oversized handle, and what it does is it moves the whole deck up and down for you. So it's moving the front and the back. I've never seen it so simple. I really like that. I'm going to show you where the battery goes. My battery is still charging. There's the actual connector bay right there where the battery slides in. Now there is a safety key. I marked it with some white out on there, but it goes in either direction. If you pull this out, the lawnmower will not run. So this is like a master off switch. Same thing you have on electric vehicles on my Kona, which is electric. So that's a nice feature. So when you're running the lawnmower, you have to have this pushed back in place. This is the starting button, and this lever right here is the lever that you have to pull in to get it to start the motor. The drive mechanism is this back rod right here that you're going to lift when you want to go forward. Now with the battery attached, it allows me to go forward without even the motor. So it starts driving like a robot. The blade to spin, you hold this down, then you pull the bar right here, then you can release that and it runs. As soon as you let go of that bar, it stops. But keep in mind that this drive is engaged whenever you hit that back rod right here, which allows you to go forward. That way you could move the lawnmower forward and not have the blade going if you just want to bring it back into your garage. That's actually a clever feature that they have. Now on the left side, there is a speed control right here, and that should be the pace that you walk. So that's low, and that's high. So it's going to go faster when you have it in the high position and slower. This is totally nice, so you have full control of the walking speed that you want. This lawnmower is so quiet. I'm 4 feet away from it, and I bet the camera still picks up my voice. It's really quite amazing. So smooth. So I cut my whole lawn. It's a little less than half an acre if you include the back and all the sides. I just love this lawnmower. It's so quiet and just so efficient. I can't believe how smooth it runs and how quiet it is. Okay, what do you think about this lawnmower? After cutting the whole lawn, I'm really impressed. Smooth operation. It just worked beautifully to control the speed. I'm wearing a boot, so it helped me with that. Very quiet. You can mow at 7 in the morning with this lawnmower. So I'm going to give this product a full 5-star rating. Hope the information I presented helped you with your buying decision. Thank you for watching.